All right, folks. Last time we talked, we discussed change and do we really change? So what I want to discuss now ties into that pretty much directly, and that is self-accountability. Now, self-accountability, I'm talking real self-accountability. I'm not just saying to admit when you're wrong. Self-accountability, true self-accountability gets into what preventative measure you put in place in an attempt to eliminate reoccurrence. So admitting you're wrong is huge first step with self-accountability. Other factors are pride, swallowing your pride, recognizing you're truly doing something wrong, not just saying you're all for sake of argument to end an argument. I think we've all admitted we're wrong at some point in time, and we've all done it sincerely, and we've all done it fake to get out of an argument. Probably more so you've done it fake to get out of an argument. Neither of which truly are self-accountability, in my opinion. Just once again, everything that I discuss is not advice or facts. It's more my opinion and what's helped me learn and helping me learn, because I'm not there yet. I'm not where I want to be yet. I'm getting there, but I'm not there. But self-accountability was a big one for me. Let's go back 6 years. We've talked about hitting your rock bottom. Well, 6 years ago was prior to my rock bottom, and I did not have any kind of self-accountability. I was quick to deflect. I had narcissistic tendencies. I would flip the script to make me seem right, would make Samantha or whomever I was in a disagreement with be wrong, just so I could be right, just to be right. And then there's no winner in that. But I try not to get deep into religion, because I don't want to push away those who do not share the same views as me from religion. But anybody that knows me knows that I have a lot of body art. I have several tattoos on me, some scripture references, and the most important one here on my left arm that I look at regularly is Proverbs 11:2, and that's when pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. Let's break that down. When pride comes, when you are being prideful, there is no winner. You are not going to win by being prideful. Comes disgrace. You're going to be ashamed of your own actions with that. With humility comes wisdom. Own it. Learn from it. What are you going to do to prevent it from happening again? Comes your wisdom. You're gaining knowledge. You're growing as a person. You're becoming more mature. I am huge on this in the sense where once I truly looked at who I was, the man that I was, not yet who I was trying to be, but the man that I was, and saw these narcissistic tendencies, saw how I was manipulative, saw how I was, I'm not going to necessarily say it was really towards friends or my kids, but it was more towards Samantha, and how I would, and I'd say it was both of us towards one another. We would argue just to argue and not hold ourselves accountable. And this is a discussion she and I've had a lot lately, as we talk about just the evolution of a human being, how they become the person they want to be. But anyways, what I'm getting at is once I started to really look at who I was, it's like, how do I get away from this? Because this is not where it's at, And the first step was swallow your pride. And admit you're wrong first. Recognize why you're wrong is huge. Don't just admit you're wrong because you know you did something wrong, but what did you contribute to this situation, to this specific situation? What did you contribute, whether it be positive or negative, to ultimately cause the outcome? What behavior or action did you play in this? What role, behavior, or action did you play in this to cause the outcome? One of the worst sayings I hate, oh gosh, it drives me nuts. I cannot stand someone to say, it is what it is. It's certainly not. Now, there are a lot of situations that we have minimal control of, and it feels like no control. But I wholeheartedly feel, once again my opinion, I wholeheartedly feel that if you are in that situation, you have done something somehow to put you there, whether it be something you've said, something you've done, a decision you've made. You have had some type of role in this outcome. And maybe it's what you didn't do. Maybe it's because you didn't speak up. Maybe because you didn't voice your opinion. Let's think about work. I'm in preventive maintenance. I'm an industrial maintenance manager. So coming up with corrective measures for failures and what systems and processes I'm putting into place, that's my career, and I love it. I'll do it the rest of my life. And if I don't speak up on a decision that's being made, even if it's through my hierarchy, then I'm to blame. I can't just say, it is what it is, boss lady, boss man says that's how it goes. No. Don't mean you have to be argumentative. But I do play a part in that, because I can speak up and state my opinion, and it may be an aha moment for them. And aha moments are big for a lot of us, and that comes with a self-accountability. And that is, once you can accept who you are, the situation, what role did you play in this situation, positive, negative, did you speak up when you should have, when you shouldn't have, didn't you speak up when you should have, what did you play, what did you do to affect this outcome, what could you have done better? Let's talk to corrective measures and preventive measures for your actions. So the corrective actions, I said something I shouldn't have to my significant other. It was mean, it was cut, hard. Your corrective measure is to apologize. What are you doing right then? The corrective measure right then is to apologize to that person. If there is a reason, in most cases there's not. If there is a reason, you explain yourself, but from a humble standpoint of why you said it, and own it, that it was a mistake and you're the one to blame. The preventive measure to prevent this from reoccurring is, what are you doing to help you grow as a person, to keep you from doing that on the regular? Stop, breathe, think. When I mentioned this last time, I'm quick-lipped and quick-witted, and I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying it because that's probably one of my most toxic traits for me. I'm so quick with my lip and my tongue to say something hurtful, mean, especially if my temper gets raised a little bit or I feel a little bit disrespected. I take that, and it's a very bad place for me to go. And what I've learned is to stop, breathe, before I speak on what I want to say, think. And this is the first thing I've told Samantha this many times. The very first thing is, the statement you want to make, how does that benefit either of you? Is there a winner to you making this statement? Because if I say something that hurts my friend, my wife, whomever, yeah, okay, well, I won that argument. I hurt our relationship. We took 3 steps back because I want to say something smart. I didn't go 1 step forward to win this battle. Stupid. Self-accountability is putting in the preventative measures to keep you from continuing the actions that you've been doing. And this comes with the change, evolving as and when I say mankind, as a human being, evolving as a human being to better yourself, better your relationships with people, better yourself in the workplace. I feel like workplace is an area I have improved drastically in the last 10 years. When I left, not my previous employer, but a place I was at for 15 years, I was bitter, I was angry, I was undermining my management. I was never wrong. You could have just asked me. I was never wrong. And since then, I've learned to look at the tasks at work from other people's eyes, other people's angles, and understand it as a whole and not just my side of it. So I'm quick to say, this is merely my opinion, and we take it from there. I don't want to go back to that person to where I'm very narcissistic. I don't want to go back to that person where I'm arguing to argue to win. I don't want to go back to that person to where I'm difficult to talk to. Friendship wise, cutting up, having a laugh, never been a problem. But it's when a slight bit of altercation comes where I become a person I really don't like and nobody else likes. So self-accountability is putting in the the preventive measurements to continue to improve on yourself. Once again, this is my opinion. I feel like it's a strong one. I feel like this is an area that I'm still working on, continue to work on, drastically improved, and things like this is just something I want to share. That this is beneficial to you, I hope so. If thinking about your self-accountability, and with self-accountability, I want to touch base on this. A lot of times we think we are self-accountable. If you would have asked me 6 years ago, Alan, do you hold yourself accountable for your actions? Hell yeah, I do. I'm a grown man. Alan, do you hold yourself accountable for your actions? Yeah, absolutely. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Neither one of them is self-accountable. It's self-accountability. Neither one. It's truly looking at what you did, understanding what you did or didn't do that caused this outcome. Self-accountability can also be positives, folks. Let's not just talk about the negatives. The negatives are focusing on the negatives and how to get away from those will cause you to have better relationships with people. But self-accountability can also be positives. Hold yourself accountable for the positive things that you do as well. Don't sell yourself short. So, but focusing back on what's going to improve you as a person is focusing on the things that you are maybe not doing so ideal right now. And for me, like I said, I'm open, I'm transparent. But you all know I'm very transparent, probably more than I should be. I do not move in silence whatsoever. But my self-accountability is focused on how I talk to the people that are closer to me, and this goes to my sister. I'm bad about talking to my sister in ways I shouldn't because I care so much about her. I get frustrated and I get a loose tongue, and that's not okay. And I've seen it hurt her. With my other family members, unfortunately, it's hurt a couple relationships pretty bad with family members. And I'm trying to mend those now. And especially me and Samantha, it's caused a ton of issues with us because she and I are a lot alike as far as our tempers, and I think I like to church it up and say it's passion, but it's we are so much alike when it comes to this. And I want to recognize her too, because I see her growth as a person. I see her doing the same thing, taking a breath, putting herself in check first, and then we have a discussion versus 6 years ago would have been a heated argument. So, folks, I'm already deep into this one again. I apologize, but look at yourself today. What are you doing to make this place better than it was yesterday? What are you doing to make today better than yesterday for your community, for your family, for yourself? Something. It doesn't have to be major. It doesn't have to be a major gesture. What are you doing? Reach out to somebody. Call, check on a friend. Somebody's going through some crap. You see people every day on Facebook, spreading their feelings and everything. That's okay. Message them. Make sure they're all right. Never know what it could be doing for them. All right. Love y'all. Y'all have a great day.